Now, I have a confession to make. I do have a confession. This might shock you. Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. Hope you guys are having a lovely, wonderful, fantastic day. Things might look a little bit different than you're used to, but today's video is like, I guess kind of a different video, but also the filming room's really messy. Not saying that the room that I'm in right now, which is my bedroom, isn't messy, because that would be a lie. It's just messy behind it, so you can't see it. Is this crooked? I don't know. Anyway, today we're going to be doing something that I have been having some fun with recently. We're going to be recreating another subscription box. I don't know why, like just recently these have been really fun to me. It's getting me out of the house a little bit, which really hasn't happened like in the past year and a half, 2-ish years. And it's just a little bit different than our regular unboxing videos here on the channel. So today what we're going to be doing is recreating my last Stitch Fix box with stuff from TJ Maxx. My mission for this video was to find kind of similar items to what they sent me in the Stitch Fix box that maybe fit my personal style a little bit better, but still give off that like same vibe with the items they sent. My second mission was to find them for much cheaper. I do think my last box, I think it was $172, which I don't think is too bad for a pair of jeans, a skirt, a sweater, a top, and a pair of shoes. I really don't think it's that bad. But unfortunately, they just really didn't fit my style. So paying $172 for something you're not going to wear probably isn't the best. We'll see how well I did with finding things that represented the items from the box, how well I did with my budget. And of course, I'm going to show you guys some like vloggy bits from the store. I'm going to take you into the dressing room, show you the terrible lighting in there, and then I'll also try on everything that I purchased again here. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. The first item The first item that I was on the hunt for, I was trying to dupe, was the burnt orange mock neck sweater. I love the color, I love the fabric, but unfortunately I felt like I was being choked out, and I don't like the feeling of being choked out. So that sweater was a no-go for me. Also, it was pretty boxy and unflattering, but I did like the puff balloony sleeve, so I started looking through all of my options, and TJ Maxx had a ton of sweater options. I was looking for something in that kind of burnt orangey feel. I found a few things right off the bat that had like kind of a nice chenille, is that the term for it, feeling to it, and most of the sweaters I was able to find were around $16.99, which I thought was a pretty good deal. I found some that were a little bit more on the casual side. This sweater I thought was pretty cute. It wasn't as burnt orange as the one that I received in the box, but I love the little polka dots on the sleeve, and it did have the balloon sleeve. The one sweater that I found that I thought could work pretty well was this more intricately patterned sweater. I thought it was really cute. I liked the color of it, I liked the neck, and it also did have the balloon sleeve. In the dressing room, I tried on all my sweater options, and some of them I did really like, and some of them not so much. They did have, you know, that kind of boxy feel to them that I'm just not a huge fan of. I tried on this one sweater that was kind of on the thinner side that I liked as well. It wasn't as burnt orange. I just thought it was pretty cute and it could be flattering for my shape. Then I also tried on that more like intricately knit sweater, and I thought that was really cute too. It was a little bit like baggy. If I kind of tucked it into like the front of my pants a little bit, it gave more shape to it. It also didn't feel like it was choking me. So the first one was this. It's a little bit on the thinner side, and it's not as like of a dark burnt orange. There's almost like a pinkiness to it, but I really liked the shape of it. So it has a wide kind of almost like bat wing sleeve, which I thought was a little bit similar to like the puffy balloon sleeve. This one has an open neck, which I really like, and then it comes in and tapers in at the waist, which for me is the smallest part of my body, and I like to accentuate it. This one was also only $12.99, which I can get behind that number. Okay, so that was the first option, and this was the second option. So this one's definitely more in like the burnt orange kind of pumpkin spicy category. It's the more intricately knit sweater, and it does have the balloon sleeve. So for me, this one definitely kind of replicates that first sweater that I got from Stitch Fix more. It's not as soft, but it does have an open neck, so I'm not gonna be choked, which I think comfort-wise, like softness versus being choked, like I think I'm gonna go with like the breathing ability. I liked where it hit. It also is a little bit boxy, but I thought tucked like into the front of my jeans that it looked better. But yeah, I thought this was really cute, and this sweater was $16.99, which I thought for a pretty like nicely knitted kind of chunky fall sweater was a pretty good price. This one was from Moon and Madison, and this one was from Caution to the Wind, if you guys are interested. So you guys are probably wondering like, oh, you only got one kind of orange sweater in the box. Why did you buy two? Well, the thing is, I have a really hard time making up my mind. Decisions are not my thing. And also, I need fall clothes and like sweaters, and that color's pretty. So Now I have two. Plus the original cost of the burnt orange sweater in the Stitch Fix box was $46 and those two sweaters together were $29.98. So yeah, I got two. Hi guys, popping in here real quick before we want to tell you guys about today's sponsor, Native. I have been using Native products for a while now because I truly enjoy the scents, the feel, and the ingredients inside the products. But now I can enjoy it for another reason because I know when I'm using Native's plastic-free packaging, I am reducing my use of single-use plastic. Native's plastic-free deodorant uses the same exact formula as their regular deodorant, but with much more sustainable packaging. Native's plastic-free deodorant uses paperboard instead of plastic. But it is still non-sticky, it dries quickly, and wears all day, plus it's just as easy to use. Push it up from the bottom like a push pop, and then I like to apply a little bit of pressure here just to hold it in place as I apply, and then it's just as easy as that. The plastic-free deodorant is still vegan, and it's also aluminum and cruelty-free. There are a wide variety of scents. Right now I personally am using blood orange and clove in the standard packaging, which has a sweet citrus scent with a hint of spice. In the plastic-free packaging, I am using lilac and white tea, which is a clean floral scent. And then finally, my favorite, cucumber mint, which smells so much like old school cucumber melon. Speaking of scents I love, be sure to check out the new limited edition coffee house collection for fall. Normally 3 plastic-free deodorants would cost $39, but if you use my link and code, which is Alexandria R4, you can get them for $29, which is 25% off. Thank you so very much to Native for sponsoring this video, and now let's jump back into it. Okay, the next thing I went looking for, and was honestly, kind of surprisingly to me, the hardest thing for me to find in this entire recreation. Well, no, I take that back. There was another thing that was very difficult for me to find, and I kind of didn't, so we'll get to that in a second. But probably like the next most difficult thing to find was the little polka dot black blouse, and I thought that would be super easy to find a just kind of almost like work looking blouse, with the exception of the giant cutout in the back that showed my back chunks. And it really was much more difficult than I expected. Maybe I was looking in the wrong section though, because I was very concentrated on like the sweater portion. So maybe I should have looked, you know, elsewhere. That probably would have been a good idea. So the polka dot black blouse from the box, I really thought I was gonna enjoy. I love black. I thought the tie accent was gonna be really cute. But I tried it on and I didn't feel comfortable. I didn't feel like myself, and I really didn't want to show off my back chunks. So for those reasons, that top didn't really work out for me. So when I went in, I was looking for something in the similar feel of that top, a similar kind of, you know, that material, that kind of like material. I thought you can find that all over TJ Maxx, but apparently not, at least in the sweaters. And I was able to come across a few things. So one of the first things I found, I ended up putting it back. I didn't even try it on. It was like kind of a high-necked, not a turtleneck to where it was like actually gonna touch my throat, but a high-necked, sheer-topped black, almost like your husband died in the Victorian era kind of shirt. You know, you go into mourning for like a year or whatever it was. It looked very morning Victorian. Then I came across another black top that did have polka dots on it. They were a little bit more concentrated than the shirt from the box, but I liked how it tapered in at the waist. It had like a v-neck cut to it. It was only $12.99, so I thought that was really cute. And I have no footage of me trying it on because one, the situation that was occurring I likely couldn't have shown on YouTube, and two, if I put it any further down on my body, I would have had to call my mom in and use her purse scissors to cut me out of it. It didn't fit at all. So that one was a little bit of a bust. So well, I do kind of feel bad because what I ended up with is not at all that top, but that top kind of wasn't at all me. So what I ended up with, I personally feel better about. What I got is this, and if you know me, this probably isn't a shock to you. It is plaid, but I feel like it kind of meets qualifications just a tiny bit because it's black. It is black. It does have white detailing. It also ties in like to a bow, you know, there's little strings here. But I feel much more comfortable, much more confident in it, and much more like myself. I know it's not as like fancy as the other top. Like I couldn't wear it to work. I technically couldn't have worn the other one to work either because I don't think you're allowed to show that much back skin at work. But this one is just much more me. I mean, not shocking. I'm literally wearing like basically the same shirt just in a different pattern that I also got from TJ Maxx like right now. But this is something that I know I'm going to be able to get a ton of use out of, and it was only $14.99, which is not terrible. It is from Sim and Sam. It's got a really nice weight to it. It feels feels really comfortable. I like the material, and yeah, I just really like it. So the black blouse from the box that I would have felt super uncomfortable in was $42. This one was $14.99. So I thought that was a pretty good savings. Alright, so the next item on my shopping list was the black skirt, and this one I really wasn't trying to like replace or anything because I actually love the black skirt that I got in my Stitch Fix. It was so like comfortable and stretchy. I thought it fit very well. But I was recreating this box, so I wanted to make sure I recreated every item. This one actually ended up being easier than I thought it would, but it probably shouldn't have been, because there was like 2 black skirts in the entire store. My mom actually picked this one out for me, and I thought it was pretty cool. So it is the only black skirt that I picked up, and it's the only black skirt that I tried on, but fortunately it worked out for me. And this one happens to be just a little bit out of my comfort zone, but I'm very glad that I tried it on because I actually really like it. It is a faux leather black skirt that zips all the way up the front, and it has 2 actual functioning pockets on the front. This is from the brand Shine Star, and I think it's really cute. I think leather is popular. I see ladies wearing leather like skirts and pants and stuff, so I don't know. Maybe it is, maybe it isn't, but I just thought it looked decent on me, and I could see it being a nice fall skirt. I was going to get a size 6 in it, but I was afraid I wouldn't be able to zip it over my body. And I think it would have been fine in the waist, but there is no way that it would have zipped over like my hip area. This one fits a little strangely just because there is no stretch to it. So in the hips it fits great, but there is a little bit of gapping in the waist with this. Feels honestly pretty decent quality. All the stuff to me has felt very nice quality. And the original skirt was $50. Yeah, just $50 even. So again, I think we got a pretty good deal with a $16.99 skirt. Next item I went looking for a dupe for is the black jeans that I received in my Stitch Fix that wear straight leg. And I have decided for myself personally, I just can't do it. I can't do the straight leg. I don't think I could do like the boyfriend cut. I just don't like denim to rub on my legs. I don't like it to sway in the wind. I'm not even sure if it's a style thing or more of like a tactile thing. I just don't like it. So what I was looking for was a pair of black, very stretchy, very comfortable, high-waisted skinny jeans. They actually had a really good selection of black jeans. There was like black jeans and there was another section of blue denim. So thumbing through the jeans, I found a couple that I tried on, and the first pair that I ended up picking up and trying on were so stretchy, they were so comfortable. They weren't as high-waisted as I would like them to be, but they were super comfy. However, the one like little thing was that it looked like they had pockets, but they didn't. They were telling you a lie, lying straight to your face, saying that there are pockets in these pants, but there weren't. They're probably more like on the jegging side than actual jeans. Probably why they were so comfy. But because of the fake pockets and because they weren't as high-waisted as I would like, I put them back. Then I tried on a pair of kind of ripped up skinny jeans, and those are also honestly so comfy. They hit at a perfect spot, I thought, on my waist. I liked the feeling of them. I liked everything about them. The rips were a little bit distracting, I will have to say. When I was looking in the mirror and I was trying things on, especially as I was looking through my phone, I was like, wow, those rips are really like prominent. And I didn't know if I could really pull them off, but you know what, I'm gonna try because I got them. But I also wanted to go back and find another pair of hopefully the same style and brand jeans, just without the rips in them. However, I wasn't able to find them in the same size, but I was able to get another pair of the same brand, just in a size up. So these here are the ripped up jeans. They are from Blue Spice. They're also made out of recycled material, or at least part of them is. So the fabric has been recycled, which I think is pretty cool. There are some rips on them, which I honestly kind of like. I think it's kind of cool. Maybe it's just 2007 me like coming through. I think I could make some ripped jeans work. They're just really comfy, and I love the fit of them. However, the ones that I found with no rips in them, I could only find in a size 9. So they are just like the tiniest bit a little too loose on me. But these also had the detailing from the jeans that I received in my Stitch Fix box. So these actually button all the way up, which I personally really like. They're also made of recycled material, and both of these pairs of jeans were only $16.99, which I think is a pretty good deal. The jeans in the Stitch Fix box were $58, and 2 $16.99 pairs of things comes out to like 17 plus 17, $34. So I got 2 pairs for $34 instead of 1 pair for $58. The prices that I'm giving you are like the base prices for everything. That is not including the 25% off if you buy all 5 items or the $20 off 1 item if you purchase something. But still, I think 2 pairs of jeans for $34 isn't bad at all. Okay, you guys, so this is where things get like a little bit more iffy. They're getting a little bit more shaky here because I tried to look for shoes, and typically my TJ Maxx has a pretty good selection of shoes, lots of little booties and things like that for fall. But this year, I don't know what's going on. The shelves were nearly wiped clean. There's still a lot of sandals for some reason. I mean, it is still basically 80 degrees outside, but there are a lot of sandals still like left over from summer, and I just had a really, really hard time finding any kind of like dressy boot shoe that could be worn with outfits that were a little bit more dressed up. I did find a couple pair that were about $60, and that's how much the shoes from the Stitch Fix box were. And I also wasn't a huge fan of those from the TJ Maxx, so there's no point in me buying something that was the same price as the Stitch Fix box, and I also wasn't a huge fan of those because the one from the Stitch Fix box was like this weird, it looked like a skin. I don't know. A lot of people really liked it, but just for me personally, I did not at all whatsoever. It made my foot look really weird. I showed people like in person, in real life, and they're like, oh yeah, like that's not good. So maybe it looked different on camera, but if those are your preference for shoes, that's totally fine. I bet they look amazing on you. But just something about on my foot, it wasn't working. So I didn't want to buy something that I wasn't like really in love with. So I found these, which don't look anything like the shoes from the Stitch Fix box, and I know, it's kind of a poor recreation, but I was really going for things that fit more my style, I would actually would be useful in like my everyday life, and that I feel comfortable and confident in. And I found these little like fall winter boots. I just thought they were really cute. For me personally, this is something I would wear a lot more than I would a more dressy shoe because I don't get dressed up to go anywhere, ever. But I do wear a large amount of like leggings and sweaters. So I thought these would be great like legging and sweater boots. They just look like your classic little kind of hiking boot with like a fuzzy top to it. They were $29.99, and honestly, they're so comfortable. I would wear these as like house shoes around the house. They are so comfortable. I can see myself pumpkin patching in these. If I ever decide to get some exercise and go on a hike, these would be fantastic. Or just like wearing anytime. I could wear these anytime during the fall and winter. They're just so comfortable. I really love the color of the like faux suede stuff. They kind of match a little bit to the shoes that I got in Stitch Fix just because they're like a faux suede brown color, and that's about it. I know I'm gonna be able to get just so much more use out of these than I would any other type of, I think people were calling them mules. I don't know if that's what they were called, but apparently the shoe where like the front half of your foot is covered but the back is just exposed to the elements is called a mule. I have no idea. Now, I have a confession to make. I do have a confession. This might shock you. I bought more things than what I just showed you. Is anybody surprised? Is no one surprised, right? I'm not surprised, or you shouldn't be if you are surprised. So I did buy more things than I just showed you. Yeah, so I'll just go ahead, it'll be like a bonus. I'll show you really quick. It's just a couple little items. None of this is incredibly like stylish or fashionable or anything, but daggone, it's soft. So here we have kind of like I love me an ugly tie-dye. You have this kind of like green and cream tie-dye little just top, but it's so soft. It's one of the softest things ever. It was $12.99, and I just thought it was cute and incredibly soft, and I liked it. Next, I haven't even tried this on, but next up here we have something else that was so soft. My mom and I both saw it, had to touch it, and then decided I didn't even need to try it on because it was so incredibly soft, so I just got it. This also was a $12.99. It's just kind of like a gray little top. It has kind of like a cut detail in the front. I don't know. It is soft. It's soft. That's about all I can tell you about it. And then finally, the last thing in here, I did try this on and I actually really, really like it. It's a very strange color. It's the 1970s is all over the shirt. It has a pointed collar to it. It's a wrap top and it's brown. It's also 87% polyester. This is the 70s reincarnate in one shirt. It actually looks pretty good on. I think wrap tops and dresses might be like the best things for my shape. I've been wearing a lot of them recently, and it was really, really cute, and I like this a lot. I think it also, yes, this also was $12.99, so yeah. So I picked up those tops as well, and then one final confession, I also bought a candle. Alright you guys, so that's everything I got from TJ Maxx in an attempt to recreate or find alternatives for the items that came in my Stitch Fix box. I was going to put the things like specifically for this video or specifically for the recreation of the box on just one tab, just so I could compare prices, but I decided to go ahead and put it all on one receipt and then just see like how much I could get for the same price as the box. So the box total altogether was going to cost me $172. That is after the 25% discount and the $20 off. At TJ Maxx, I was able to get 1 pair of shoes, 9 tops/bottoms, and 1 candle, with my subtotal being $170.90. But with the 6% Kentucky sales tax, that did add $10.25. So my whole total came to $181.15, or like $9 more than my Stitch Fix box. So in total, I was able to get 10 clothing items, which is double the 5 items that came inside of my Stitch Fix box, and I was able to pick them up myself, try them on in the dressing room, find things that fit my style, feel them up close, see like all the details of them before they are shipped to me, and guess what? I don't have to return them. If I were to have purchased just these items here to just recreate the box, these items together would come to about $93, that is including the shoes, the pants, the skirt, a sweater, and a top, which I personally don't think is bad at all. With the 6% Kentucky sales tax, it brings it to about $100, but that is still a $72 savings from my Stitch Fix box, and I got to try everything on. I already know that I like it. I got to see how it looked on me, and I don't have to go through the trouble of packing it up and taking it to the post office and returning it. So let me know what you guys think. Do you think this is a good assortment selection of things? Do you think this is comparable at all to the Stitch Fix box? I would love to hear all your thoughts and opinions. Alright you guys, you gotta let me know, how do you think I did with the clothing items I selected versus the one that came in my Stitch Fix box? Do you think I got anywhere close trying to recreate them, finding dupes, finding alternatives? Do you think it was a success or a failure? Just let me know all of your thoughts and opinions. Would you like to see more videos like this of me creating subscription boxes? I would love to hear everything you guys have to say down below in the comments. And yeah, I guess I have you guys today, so thank you so very much for watching. Please go ahead and consider subscribing if you would not mind. It would mean the absolute world to me, and I just hope you guys have a lovely, wonderful, fantastic day, and I'll see y'all next time. Bye!